You ever buy one of those cheap drain snakes that looked like it would save you a service call, only to realize halfway through the clog that it's more trouble than the mess it's trying to fix? Happens all the time. I've seen guys on job sites swear they'll never touch another no-name auger after wrestling with a kinked cable or a motor that stalls the second the blades hit hair and grease. That's the moment you start eyeing the RIDGID 58920K50 sectional drain cleaning machine, because it's the kind of tool that quietly earns its keep instead of loudly wasting your afternoon. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What makes the K50 different is that it's built for real clogs, not just the "I dropped a toothbrush down the bathroom sink" kind. The sectional design means you can swap out just the cable you need, no need to haul the whole machine upstairs when the kitchen line is only 20 feet away. I've used it on a second-floor laundry room drain that was packed solid with lint and detergent sludge. The 1/6 HP motor never bogged down, and the instant-acting clutch let me back the cable out without fighting the machine. That clutch is the unsung hero here, no wrestling with a flywheel that keeps spinning after you release the trigger. The compact footprint is another real-world win. Most portable drain cleaners feel like they're designed by someone who's never actually carried one up a flight of stairs. The K50 is light enough to tote in one hand and narrow enough to slide behind a washing machine without playing Tetris with the detergent bottles. I keep mine in the back of my van alongside the inspection camera, and it hasn't become a shelf for spare parts yet. Now, let's talk who should actually buy this and who should walk away. If you're a homeowner who only deals with the occasional hairball in the shower drain, a $40 handheld snake is probably all you'll ever need. But if you're the type who ends up plunging the kitchen sink at midnight because the kids decided to test the garbage disposal limits, the K50 is the tool that won't quit when the cheap one does. Plumbers and rental crews also love this because the cable swaps are quick and the motor doesn't call it quits after a dozen uses. Where the value actually shows up is in the cable versatility. The K50 runs 3/16 inch, a 1/4 inch, and 5/16 inch sectional cables, so you're not locked into one size. That flexibility means you can keep a single machine for sinks, tubs, and floor drains instead of owning 3 different snakes. The downside is that you'll still need to buy the cables separately. RIDGID sells them as kits, but the starter set isn't included. That's a small extra cost up front, but it beats buying a whole new machine when your cable finally wears out. I've also noticed the cable guide tube is a little stiff on new units. It doesn't ruin the tool, but it adds a half-second of resistance every time you feed cable. A quick shot of silicone spray fixes it, and after that it's smooth sailing. Just something to keep in mind if you're unboxing this for the first time and expecting plug and play. Another practical note, the on-off trigger is rock solid, but the power switch is a simple slide toggle. If you're used to a paddle switch that you can flick with your thumb while holding the machine, you'll have to adjust your grip. It's not a deal breaker, but it's one of those little things that only becomes obvious once you're in the middle of a clog and your hands are already wet. So, bottom line, the RIDGID 58920K50 is the drain machine for people who actually fix drains instead of just hoping the problem goes away. It's not the cheapest option on the shelf, but it's cheaper than a service call every time your kid tests the garbage disposal. If you're serious about tackling clogs without the frustration, this is the tool that won't leave you staring at a pile of plastic junk in the garage. Check it out on Amazon using the link in the description.